So with this Samarpana Yoga, Pujya Gurudev's Guru, Dada Gurudev, gave him 3 specific objectives and guidelines. The first one is completion of 24 lakh Gayatri Mantra Japa every year for a period of 24 years. Next, to light a Akhanda Jyoti, a lamp burning continuously night and day, year after year, till he lives, and it is still there in Shanti Kunj for all of us to see, which is burning since 80 years, the Akhanda Jyoti. And the third activity that Pujya Gurudev was given was that of participating in the freedom struggle. These 3 conditions all of us also can fulfill in our personal lives. The first thing is, from this day onwards, let us decide on a very rigid, controlled, timed rhythm of asanas and pranayama, along with a specific fixed number of Gayatri Mantra Japa. Instead of Akhanda Jyoti, lighting a Akhanda Jyoti, let us perform the ritualistic yajnas and also the Jnana yajnas. The Jnana yajna is the most important thing which Pujya Gurudev wants us to do. That is the dissemination, the distribution and the explanation of his writings to all of us who care to hear. And thirdly, and the most important thing is to take our family life, our personal life and social life, not as a responsibility, as a burden on us, but as an offering to our Gurudev. Because in our family and in our relationships, we will contact the required people, the selected people, the lucky people who are going to get this knowledge, this message of Pujya Gurudev. As Gurudev was practicing all these 3, Japa of Gayatri, the practice of Yajna as an eternal light, and his role as a Swayam Sevak, volunteer in the freedom struggle, he was influenced by Gandhiji, because Gandhiji at that time was known as a miracle worker, a great yogi with great powers. So he went to Gandhiji's ashram in Sabarmati and wanted to know the tricks, the yogic tricks, the powers, the siddhis. And there he was told by Gandhiji the real secret of siddhis. He was told that miracles are for children. The real miracle is to become a yogi, and a yogi is one who works whether small or a big thing, whatever is his work, a small work or a big work. He should do it with dedication, with great enthusiasm, and he should like it. And most important of all is that he should be responsible for what he does. So this feeling of responsibility and enthusiastic work, this he has given us as the thought revolution. And the most important aspect of thought revolution is you should live like a soul and not like a body. Many of us, even though we talk about spiritualism and gods and goddesses, are influenced by our daily life, are influenced by our physical activities. Whereas Pujya Gurudev, in his thought revolution, what is known as Vichara Kranti Abhiyan, says that you should live like a soul. All of your activities must be molded as if you are a soul. Think you are a soul, you are my disciple, and don't act like an individual or a family member or a professional working in your work or office. But always think that you are my disciple, and you should behave individually in the family or in the society as my disciple. This is what he learnt in the second expedition of Himalayas. And there in Mathura, he conducted 1,000 Kundi Yajna, where he invited all the spiritual masters of the past who are still alive in their subtle and causal bodies. And they came and they blessed him. And through their blessings, he developed the great Gayatri Parivar, which is now well known and has got its all-world GayatriParivar.org website. This Gayatri Parivar, as we can understand, wants to develop the right relationships through Gayatri Yajnas. The right relationship is what is missing now. People are living, but there is no relationship. There is only selfish interests. And this right relationship can be obtained by the ritualistic approach of Gayatri Yajna performed every week, or great yajnas or Maha Yajnas performed by 108 Kundis or 1008 Kundis. But slowly people should know that the right relationship can only be acquired when you are related with your soul, with your Jivatma. Once you find your relationship with your Jivatma, automatically all the relationships outside will be corrected. This is the real Jnana Yajna, for which Guruji calls us as thought revolution, the sacrifice of knowledge. He has written more than 3,600 books, and I invite all of the followers who are hearing this lecture to read them, to understand them, and to disseminate them. And the most important book or book triad that you should read is the Gayatri Mahavigyan, Volume 1, Volume 2, and Volume 3. Make it a point to study it and organize classes of Gayatri Mahavigyan. And if you are interested, you can get these classes in our Mission RK website. Slowly the work progressed. The thought revolution to Gayatri reached the mental plane. And if we work properly, very soon we can bring it to the physical plane. And if you don't work it, nature will take its own course. Slowly, Guruji was again called for the third time. And this time he was asked to form a nursery where he can plant the seedlings of all the masters of the world, of all the rishis. Just like we plant small plants in the nursery, and those who are interested can take it from the nursery and plant it wherever they want. Similarly, in Shant Kunja Haridwar, which is later converted into Gayatri Teeth and later into Shanti Kunja Academy, and now as the Vishwa Sanskriti Vishwavidyalaya, the great university, we find this nursery going into a great tree, sheltering the cultural needs of humanity. And then for the fourth time he was called to the Himalayas. And in this fourth time he was given a great job of fighting the Third World War alone in the higher planes. Puja Gurudev has definitely said that there will be no wars. That means no Third World War. The wars are there. Because he has taken the arduous responsibility of changing the world by practicing what is known as the Pancha Virabhadra Sadhana, changing the 5 tattvas of the world, the 5 elements of the world, the Prithvi Tattva, which controls the politicians, the Jala Tattva, which controls the business people, the Fire Tattva, the Agni Tattva, which controls the scientists, the Vayu Tattva, which controls the actors, and the Akasha Tattva, which controls the teachers. Puja Gurudev has taken the responsibility in his 4th Himalayan expedition to change the world's Pancha Tattva so that the Prapancha is changed.